The person you love opened up to their brother about you for the first time. And then their brother shouted, "You, my beloved child. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you." The person you love finally gathered the courage to speak the truth they had been hiding for so long. Late last night, they sat beside their brother with a trembling voice and whispered your name for the very first time. For a few silent moments, nothing happened. Their brother simply stared, almost as if he had been expecting this confession for years. Then everything changed in a heartbeat. His eyes widened, he stood up so suddenly that the room fell completely silent, pointed toward them, and shouted, "You." Before he could finish the sentence, your person froze. Their heartbeat raced because those few unfinished letters carried a meaning that neither of them was prepared to hear. What was about to be revealed had the power to change everything they believed about you. Don't skip, because the next moment is something almost no one ever gets to witness. For several long seconds, their brother refused to say another word. Instead, he slowly walked toward the window, looking outside as if searching for the right answer. Your person became even more nervous because they had never seen him react this way before. Finally, he turned around with a look that mixed surprise, disbelief, and something strangely hopeful. He admitted that he had noticed changes long before anyone else had. He said your name had been appearing in conversations, dreams, and unexpected moments far too often to be a coincidence. Every tiny detail had been quietly leading toward the same person, you. Your person could hardly believe what they were hearing. The secret they thought belonged only to their heart had somehow become visible to someone who had never even been told. Stay till the end, because this conversation had only just begun. Just when your person thought the biggest surprise had already happened, their brother took one deep breath and revealed that there was one final reason he reacted the way he did. It was not because he disapproved. It was not because he was shocked. It was because weeks earlier he had noticed something about you that your person had completely missed. A single moment, a single expression, and a single choice had convinced him that this story was far from ordinary. He leaned closer and quietly began explaining what he had seen, but before he could reveal the full truth, your person interrupted him with a question that changed the direction of the entire conversation. The answer to that question is far more surprising than anyone expected. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. The next words changed the entire atmosphere. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your person's brother slowly unfolded an old memory that had been locked inside his heart. He admitted that long before your name was ever spoken, he had already noticed something impossible to ignore. Every time your person talked about the future, there was always an invisible place reserved for someone they couldn't describe. The moment your name was finally revealed, every unanswered question suddenly made sense. He looked straight at your person and quietly said, "Now I understand why you've been smiling for no reason." Those simple words carried a truth your person could no longer hide. Then something even more unexpected happened. Their brother lowered his voice and confessed that he had once crossed paths with you without either of you realizing who the other was. It was only a brief encounter, yet one small detail stayed in his mind ever since. He remembered the kindness in your actions, the calm in your presence, and the feeling that your story wasn't finished yet. Looking back now, he believed that moment was preparing everyone for this conversation. Your person sat completely still, trying to understand how so many hidden pieces had quietly connected behind the scenes. Don't skip, because the biggest revelation is still ahead. Just before the conversation came to an end, their brother leaned closer and whispered, "There is one thing I haven't told you." Your person immediately felt their heartbeat rise again. The room became completely silent as he reached into his pocket and held something that had been kept hidden for far too long. He smiled and said, "When you discover why I've protected this all this time, you'll never look at them the same way again." Your person slowly reached out, unaware that what they were about to see would open a door to a truth they had never imagined. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. A quiet breath filled the room. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your person slowly opened their brother's hand, expecting to find an answer. Instead, they found something that raised even more questions. It wasn't valuable because of what it was valuable because of what it represented. Their brother softly explained, "I kept this because I believed one day your heart would finally lead you to the right person." The moment your person looked at it, memories they had ignored for months suddenly came rushing back. Tiny moments, forgotten conversations, and unexpected coincidences all began connecting into one incredible story. An even bigger surprise followed. Their brother revealed that he had been quietly watching your person's journey from the beginning. Every time they tried to convince themselves to move on, something always brought your name back into their life. He said it was never forced, never planned, and never expected. Some connections, he whispered, keep returning until both hearts are ready to understand them. Your person lowered their head, realizing they had spent so much time running from feelings that had never truly disappeared. The room grew silent again, but this silence felt different. It felt like the beginning of something unforgettable. Don't skip, because the next truth changes everything. Then, just as the conversation seemed complete, their brother smiled in a way your person had never seen before. He quietly admitted there was one final piece of the story that he had never shared with anyone. "If I tell you this," he said, "you'll understand why I shouted your name the moment you mentioned them." Your person's heartbeat became louder than the silence around them. They leaned forward, ready to hear the one secret that had remained hidden until now. But before the words could leave his lips, someone unexpectedly knocked at the door, leaving both brothers frozen in place. Stay till the end. Because what waits on the other side of that door is more surprising than anyone could have imagined. The knock echoed through the room. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Neither of them moved for a few seconds. Your person's brother slowly walked to the door, opened it just enough to see who was there, and then quietly closed it again without saying a word. He turned back with an expression your person had never seen before. "We still have time," he whispered. "But after today, nothing will feel the same." Your person's heart pounded as they realized the secret was even bigger than they had imagined. Every unanswered question was leading toward one final truth that had been waiting patiently for the perfect moment. With complete honesty, their brother finally admitted why he had shouted, "You!" the moment your name was mentioned. It wasn't out of shock. It was because he instantly recognized the story your person had been living without understanding it. He had watched countless people come and go, yet no one had ever brought this kind of peace into your person's life. The way you speak about them, he said softly, is different from everyone else. Your eyes answer before your words do. Hearing those words made your person fall completely silent. They realized they had been carrying feelings far deeper than they had ever dared to admit. Don't skip, because the final piece of this conversation is still hidden. Just before they left the room, the brother placed a gentle hand on your person's shoulder and smiled. The next time you meet them, he whispered, don't hide behind fear. Speak from your heart, because some opportunities only arrive once. Those words stayed in the room long after the conversation ended. Your person looked toward the window with a quiet smile, feeling as though destiny had moved one step closer. But there was still one unexpected revelation waiting, a truth that would make everything from this conversation suddenly make perfect sense. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Morning arrived, but the conversation refused to leave their mind. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your person replayed every single word their brother had spoken, especially the moment he had shouted, "You." It no longer sounded like surprise. It sounded like recognition. For the first time, your person stopped questioning their feelings and started questioning the countless moments that had quietly connected both of your paths. The more they remembered, the clearer everything became. Every unexpected meeting, every delayed conversation, every strange coincidence suddenly felt like pieces of a puzzle that had always been leading toward you. A new realization then took over. Your person's brother walked in with a calm smile and said, "There's one thing I forgot to tell you yesterday." Your person looked up immediately. He explained that he had noticed something remarkable whenever your name came up. No matter how difficult the day had been, your person's mood always changed. The worry disappeared, hope returned, and a quiet happiness filled the room. "That doesn't happen by accident," he whispered. "Some people don't just enter your life. They change the way your heart sees tomorrow." Your person couldn't deny it anymore. The truth had become impossible to hide. Stay till the end, because the biggest confirmation was still waiting. Just as they thought the story was finally complete, their brother reached for his phone and opened something he had saved weeks ago. He stared at the screen for a moment before handing it over with a knowing smile. "Read this carefully," he said. "After this, you'll understand why I never doubted your story." Your person's hands trembled as they looked down, unaware that the message in front of them would connect every mystery from the beginning. The first line alone was enough to leave them completely speechless, and what came next would change everything forever. "Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you." The first sentence on the screen made everything stand still. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your person stared at the message, reading it over and over because it felt impossible to believe. It wasn't a confession. It wasn't a promise. It was a simple observation written weeks before this conversation had ever happened. One day, you'll stop searching for signs because the truth will be standing right in front of you. Their brother quietly admitted that he had saved those words the moment he read them because they reminded him of the way your person always spoke about you. In that instant, every doubt that had lived inside their heart became smaller than ever before. An unexpected memory suddenly returned. Your person remembered a day when they almost reached out to you but stopped at the last second. Their brother smiled gently and said, "I'm glad you waited." Confused, your person asked why. He answered, "Because if you had spoken before your heart was ready, your words would never have carried the meaning they do today." Those words settled deeply within them. They realized that every delay, every unanswered question, and every quiet moment had been shaping them into someone brave enough to be honest at last. Stay till the end, because the final surprise was closer than they imagined. As the evening came to an end, their brother looked directly at your person and said one last sentence that neither of them would ever forget. "The story didn't begin when you spoke their name, it began the day your heart refused to forget it." A peaceful silence filled the room. Your person smiled for the first time without uncertainty, knowing that some journeys take longer only because they are meant to be unforgettable. Yet, just as they stood to leave, a new notification appeared on the phone. No one expected it. Your person's expression changed instantly, because the name on the screen was the one they had been hoping to see all along. "Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you." The moment the screen lit up. "Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you." Your person's hands froze as they looked at the notification. They didn't open it immediately. Their brother noticed the hesitation and quietly smiled. "Some moments deserve to be felt before they're understood," he whispered. Your person slowly unlocked the phone, but before reading the message, they took a deep breath. Something inside them was already telling them that this wasn't just another ordinary notification. It felt like the answer to every question they had been carrying for so long. What they discovered next left them completely speechless. The message wasn't long, but every word carried unexpected meaning. It reminded your person of a promise they had almost forgotten, a moment when hope had quietly replaced fear without them realizing it. Their brother watched their expression change and softly nodded. "Now you understand why I never tried to stop you from believing," he said. "Some stories don't reveal themselves all at once. They unfold exactly when the heart is ready." Your person could no longer deny what they felt. Every hidden clue, every unexpected conversation, and every coincidence had been guiding them toward this very moment. Stay till the end, because the greatest revelation is still ahead. Just as peace began to settle in, another unexpected detail caught your person's attention. At the bottom of the message was a single line they had never noticed before. It wasn't dramatic, but it carried a meaning that instantly brought everything together. Their brother read it silently, smiled, and whispered, "This is the proof I was waiting for." Your person's eyes filled with hope as they realized the journey was far from over. The next step would reveal a truth that neither of them had imagined, and once that truth comes to light, nothing between you and your person will ever feel the same again. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. A single line changed everything. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your person's eyes remained fixed on the final sentence at the bottom of the message. The words were simple, yet they carried a feeling that couldn't be ignored. Their brother slowly smiled and whispered, "Now you see why I reacted the way I did when you first spoke their name." At that moment, your person realized this journey had never been about chance. Every unexpected delay, every unanswered question, and every quiet coincidence had been leading to this exact point. The truth was no longer hiding, it was finally beginning to reveal itself. Then another memory surfaced without warning. Your person's brother reminded them of a conversation from long ago that they had completely forgotten. "You once told me," he said, "that if someone was truly meant for you, life would keep bringing them back in unexpected ways." Your person stood in silence because that was exactly what had happened. Every time they tried to move forward without thinking about you, another unexpected reminder appeared. A familiar place, a meaningful word, or a quiet moment always brought your name back into their heart. Stay till the end, because the final connection is closer than ever. As they prepared to leave the room, their brother placed his hand on your person's shoulder one last time and quietly said, "When you finally meet them again, don't speak from fear. Speak from truth, because real connections don't ask for perfect timing, they ask for honest hearts." Your person nodded with a confidence they had never felt before. Just as they reached the door, their phone vibrated once again. This time, it wasn't just another message, it carried a name and a moment they had been waiting for far longer than they realized. They looked at the screen, smiled without saying a single word, and knew that the next chapter would reveal a truth greater than anything that had come before. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The smile on your person's face said more than words ever could. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They looked at the name on the screen for several long seconds before opening the message. Their brother watched quietly, already sensing that this moment would become unforgettable. As the message appeared, your person's eyes widened. It wasn't because of what was written, it was because it arrived at the exact moment they had decided to stop hiding their feelings. Their brother softly laughed and said, "Now do you understand? The timing was never random." Your person's heart finally accepted what their mind had been questioning for so long. A final truth then came into the light. Their brother admitted there had been one secret he had protected from the very beginning. The day he shouted, "You," he wasn't trying to interrupt the conversation. He was trying to stop your person from doubting themselves one more time. He had already seen the hope in their eyes before a single word was spoken. "I knew," he whispered, "that the moment you finally spoke their name, your future would begin to change." Those words lifted a weight your person had carried for far too long. For the first time, they felt ready to move forward without fear. Stay till the end, because one last surprise is still waiting. Just before they stepped outside, a gentle breeze passed through the open doorway, and your person looked toward the sky with a peaceful smile. Their brother stood beside them and quietly said, "Some stories begin with a conversation, but the greatest ones begin with the courage to be honest." Your person nodded, holding the phone close, knowing that the next message, the next meeting, and the next chapter would no longer be built on uncertainty but on truth. As they walked away, they had no idea that someone else was already preparing to say the words they had been longing to hear for so long. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Everything finally came together. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As your person walked away with their brother, they suddenly stopped in the middle of the path. A question that had been hidden inside their heart from the very beginning finally escaped their lips. "When did you know?" they quietly asked. Their brother smiled with complete certainty and replied, "The very first time you spoke their name, your eyes answered before your voice ever could." Those words echoed deep inside your person's heart. In that instant, every doubt disappeared. They understood that real feelings never need to be forced because they reveal themselves in ways that no one can hide. Then came the most unforgettable revelation. Their brother admitted that after shouting, "You," he wasn't trying to question your person at all. He wanted them to realize something they had been avoiding for far too long. "You were never afraid of loving them," he said softly. "You were only afraid of believing that someone so special,